Angeles, Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
August wins and Queen works only occasionally.
Hi everybody. This little kitten is she's rambunctious right now. Oh. Come here, little one. Why, yes. Yes, we got a new kitten. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, she's a little bit whiny, but she only came away from her siblings yesterday, and she's only 8, maybe 9 weeks, so she's just a baby still. Hi, honey. Oh, I know. She's a sweet, sweet little cuddly thing. Oh my God. So very cute. She's very cuddly, very affectionate, and we've named her Bee. Like the bumblebee. Aren't you just a little bit? Meow. Meow. Okay, we're not gonna let you get exposed to cannabis smoke, so I'm gonna take you upstairs in a minute, but I wanted to show everybody this cute little thing we got. She's adorable. And she headbutts the heck out of us. She loves headbutting us. She squawks a lot. She's very talkative. Meow. You gonna make that jump? That's a pretty big jump for a little guy like you. Here, I'll help you. Boop. I'll just put you down there if you want. Anyway, Canna will be down, or sorry, Canna. Bunny will be down in a second. I'm gonna take this little thing back upstairs and let her run around. She wants to go upstairs and play with Canna, I think. Canna's kind of playing a little bit rough with her, but he doesn't understand babies, so we're working on it. But he's come along though. He's not hissing at her anymore. Hey, come here. Come here, little bee. Yeah. There you go. It's okay, little one. It's okay, little baby. And she loves Bunny. Oh my goodness, does she ever love Bunny. Wow. She is just crawling all over Bunny and just sleeps on Bunny and just, she loves Bunny right away. Yeah. Aren't you just a little sweetheart? Look at this little thing. Yeah. You little one. Yeah. What do you want, little one? She's so whiny though. Like she doesn't need anything. She's just talkative. Anyway, I'm going to take her back upstairs and I will be right back.
Oh, I forgot. Jesse, can you bring down the new stuff that's upstairs? By my torch! I feel that hair, but I don't see it. Oh!
No. Sunglasses just went bailing on me.
Oh, okay. I would rather it be sunglasses than the dab stuff.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? There we go. So, hi everybody. How y'all doing today? No. You gotta come this way. Weird, I thought I had to move you that way. I'm gonna have to move my camera around a little bit, but because I'm on the far side of the desk and she's right in the middle now. Whatever.
I like being a little over here better than a little over there.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Cheers. This is some of the Intenso coffee sent to me by a viewer, or by some viewers, the Grotz family. Thank you very much. Oh, you're just cleaning them off or whatever?
Yes.
Where did I put it? Okay, I'm reaching around here. So check this out. This is what I made yesterday. This is CBD cheese. This is the sweet and sour pheno. Pretty good.
Oh, it's really short.
Okay, the dab counts are all off for some reason. I don't know why it says
for something else.
8. Yeah, it must have been using it for Twitch or something like that.
Hello, Kentucky.
We got one dab, baby. There we go. It's the jar. That smells good. It smells pretty sweet. I gotta be honest. I've got 2 different strains, or 2 different phenos of the same strain, and I'm in the middle of a breeding project. I want to kind of talk about both for a quick second. So, this is the tall one that tastes like the sweet and sour. This is the shortest one that tastes kind of like the CBD cheese. Tastes a little bit more like the mother, but a little bit muted. The addition of this has downgraded the terpenes a little bit on this one. But I find it really smooth to smoke, and it's similar to the mother, the CBD cheese. The CBD cheese was the mother. Sweet and sour was the father, if you want to call those such a things.
I don't like sticky.
Yeah, I like it. I like them both, and that's sort of a problem. I didn't expect to like them both. I thought I was going to like one, and that was it, and it was just going to be like, we're going to breed that one, but I like both of them. So, we're going to breed them both again. We're going to back cross them with the mother, the CBD cheese, and hopefully get a flavor that I like. Out of the 2 of them, we're going to try them, and if I like them both, then I'm going to have 2 different versions, maybe, and if I only like one of them, then that'll be the winner. We'll find out. I kind of want a winner. I kind of don't want 2 different types of the same strain, sort of 2 different variations of the same strain. I kind of want to pick a winner, but I tell you this, regardless, I'm going to have a whole bunch of seeds of both. More CBD cheese, please. Cheers. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you, honey. Me and my boyfriend love watching your videos.
Thank you.
I love making them, so thank you. I appreciate that people like what I do. If people hated what I do, I wouldn't do it anymore. So it's nice that people like what I do. Thank you. That's a freak show, if you want. Oh, man. Yeah, so this one right here being the tall pheno, if you will, if you want to just go tall, medium, short phenos, which is the easiest way to identify them, it tastes sweet. It's definitely got the sweet and sour sweetness, for sure. It's pulled the sweetness in, and the bud structure, the growth structure, which is something I fucking really like. I really like the way that certain sweet and sour phenos grow. They are quite a good growing plant. Big, thick bud clusters with like one major fan leaf and only a little bit of leaf. It is not a big veg plant. There's not a ton of leaf that you got to deal with, and I fucking really like that. I got to be honest. So, what are you all in chat smoking on today? What are you dabbing or toking or bowling along with us with? Let us know in chat. Oh, you just wanted your thing up. Wowzer. Man, we went to the carnival yesterday for just a few minutes. We went to go get some food. I wanted a corn dog really bad. And we were just going to go look and see how many rides there were, what rides were there and stuff. And holy fuck. Number one, it was pretty small. There was only about 15 rides max, maybe 10.
Maybe 10.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of rides to be starters. There was a very short midway, if you will, with like games. There was like, I want to say 4 games.
That's a really short one.
Yeah, it was like 4 games maybe.
Afghan Kush.
There was like 2 food stands. One of them was just popcorn and cotton candy. Sorry, there was 3. One of them was a lemonade stand. I don't know why the fuck they had a lemonade stand.
They always have lemonade stands.
I don't know how that does any business. I never see anybody buying lemonade, and it's always there, so I don't know, whatever. It's probably a front. And they had a chicken burger place. No corn dogs. No carnival nachos.
Yeah,
no hamburgers. No hot dogs. I wanted a corn dog. That's the only thing I didn't want to go on rides. I didn't want nothing. I wanted a fucking fairground corn dog. No corn dogs. I was bummed out.
Yeah.
And there was massive lines to get on any of the fucking rides that weren't like the teacup ride. Every other ride that was like of anything, the teacup ride and the Ferris wheel were the only things that didn't have huge lines. Everything else had like, 40 to 70 people lines?
Oh, I didn't count.
It was a lot, man. It was big. It was scary.
I want Skywalker OG.
Skywalker OG is a good one. Yeah. So I gotta go back now that I've gone on my unfortunate carnival adventure. Sugar
They had
breath.
fried dough, like carnival donuts, but that was
They did mini donuts.
That's it.
But they were like $8 for a small pack of donuts. And I mean, whatever. I would. The price wasn't the point. I was laser focused on a corn dog, and they didn't have it, so I was instantly disappointed. Everything else seemed poopy to me because I wanted a corn dog. That's
Bruh.
Yeah, I wanted a corn dog. No corn dog. Blue Dream today. East Coast Classic from NB. Conrad Kush. Chronic. Afghani Kush. R2. Orangutan titties.
orangutan.
Is that how you spell orangutan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like orangutan. Dyslexic as fucking hell. I don't even care. Skywalker OG. Yep, there's a good one.
Citrus
Yep.
candy smell out of it. Made RSO LIL out of it. Ate a couple of grams of it and was dripping.
Nice.
Have you guys ever tried Laughing Buddha? I don't think so.
Mm,
It doesn't sound familiar.
no. I've been to a tattoo shop called the Smiling Buddha. But the Laughing Buddha? No, I don't think I have.
I feel like I can give this tip like a little bit, but I can like notice that orange fade.
Yeah, tips only last so long, really. Like, you can prolong the life of a tip off a dab blaster for quite a while. You can make one, if you clean it out right, if you get a little sandpaper or something like that, you can prolong the life of one of these things for fucking months. For probably a couple of months, if you had to. But the reality is, the way we dab, we are very heavy dabbers. We dab multiple, like 10 to 20 dabs a day. Each. right? And we each got our own dab blasters. So let's just consider 10 or 20 heat ups and carbonated uses of this. I mean, it doesn't carbonate that much, but it does a little tiny bit every time. Builds up, builds up. Anyway, point being, I go through about a month, one of these tips goes poopy on me. And I'm a pretty heavy user. So the average user could probably use a tip for 2 months or more. But you can prolong it a little bit longer, like I said, getting some sandpaper in there, scraping out the carbon off the insides of the walls, superheating it so that it gets fucking superheating, and any of the caked on stuff in there starts to get white and turn into like a powder almost and start to flake. That's when you got to kind of scrub the inside with something. Get a dab tool or a nail or something and fucking get in there and try to scrape that out.
I don't know where it is, but we have one that is like the weird...
Yeah, it's an earwax. It's technically... Yeah, this is technically an earwax remover that we bought off of eBay, but it happens to fit down these holes pretty fucking snugly. There's a little bit of room, but not much, and there's ribs on this, so I just go in there with a bit of pressure and scrape the walls and shit like this. Like I brush its tooth. Like it's a tooth in the toothbrush.
Jefferson.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I better have a dab here. Catch back up with the Bunster.
That one made my eyes water. I just cleaned it.
I just had a dab though.
I don't clean mine that often.
I just like to warm it up evenly, that's all. I'm not necessarily that I'm cleaning it. I want a dab off of the little short bush. My boy Dr. Fogg is growing the short bush right now. I've given out some of the seeds to my grow team. They're testing them out for me. And it looks like Mr. Fogg has got this one right here. He's got the short one. No problem. I like it.
The short one makes me warm.
Oh, the short one makes me cough too, but I like it. It's got a... It's got the flavor profile. It's got the flavor profile that I'm after. What'd you say?
Wish Kentucky be legal so I can grow weed.
No kidding, eh? It will be eventually. I can't say that for certainty, but the way things are looking, it does look like the U.S. will eventually go fully federally legal.
Has these
I think something will happen when that happens,
5
man.
seeds in ground 3 days ago, and 2 popped out so far.
Nice.
Wonder what it
Oh yeah, you were talking about that in chat the other day about putting them outside, outdoor, like in the ground, not just like proverbially in soil, but like literally in the ground of the earth.
Have you seen anything besides spinach and kale in the greenhouse?
Yeah, some of your flowers are popping up, but nothing else.
I was wanting to
None
come out
of
when
the
I seen
tomatoes, none of the peppers, none of the other veg that we.
Some of the flowers were quick, but some of them were like, it will take 10 to 20 days.
The kale and spinach were first up right off the bat, guaranteed. Those are a fast germinator. They are quick.
Yeah, those ones are 3-week cyclers.
Yeah,
so.
tomatoes and peppers can take up to 3 weeks to germinate. They're slow bastards. They gotta have warm soil and.
That's around the same, I guess, ish time as some of my flowers, because some of them are 10 to 20 days, and some of them are longer. Some of them don't like to.
Federally, we'll just decriminalize. Too bold to go fully legal. It's fully legal in most states already. There's only a couple of holdouts. Once federal law kicks in and switches into overdrive, it will supersede it, and it will just be like another tobacco. In Canada already, it's reached that level. We've got a new tobacco in town, and cigarettes are fucking poo-poo, and weed is yes. You buy weed from government dispensaries. Well, I don't fucking buy weed from government. You shouldn't either, because it's garbage, and fuck them. But they run it like a liquor store. In British Columbia, what, the BCLC, the British Columbia Liquor Corporation? BCLC? Yeah, that's it. That's the provincially run liquor outlets. If you want booze and shit, that's where you gotta go, right? There's cold beer and wines, but they don't have booze. Booze is at the fucking booze stores.
You can get wine at the booze store.
Yes, but you can't get booze
wine.
at wine stores.
Oh,
Is what I'm saying.
True.
You can sometimes get Mickeys. Like, let's be real about it here.
Yeah,
Again,
I've been
what
to
do I
one where
know?
you can get
What do I know?
Mickeys.
I don't fucking really drink. I have a sip once in a fucking blue moon.
I'm very picky and have a certain set. You kind of are almost even more picky.
I don't like alcohol.
I have a 50-50.
It just doesn't work well with me. It's got me into trouble in the past. It tastes like rot. I'm not down with it.
I have had a lot of issues with it, but for me, that like planted in me a very good control of it, and how I kind of like I've seen overuse. I don't. Corporations are dead.
Oh yeah, and the Discord video chat the other day was fun as hell. Yeah, man, I love the Discord, man. The Discord, I've had more laughs than I've had in any movie in a long time hanging out in a Discord. In our Discord. Links are below. If you're cool, join. If you're not, don't bother. We don't need uncool people.
I honestly don't remember when I started.
Coolness is irrelevance, to be fair. You know what I'm saying. If you're chill.
I don't remember when I started smoking weed, but all I remember is it was a transition from tobacco to weed.
Oh, I remember my very first weed experience.
Well,
very
I remember
clearly,
my very
actually.
first. I was like 14 years old, and it was out of this elephant pipe. That's why I remember it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't when I started. That was just when I had a taste, and then it took a few years.
I was pretty young. I want to say I was between 8 and 10.
That's when I had my first
I was
cigarette.
pretty fucking young. Yeah. So what happened here is me and my buddy were watching. His mom had left town for chores for the day or whatever, and me and my buddy were sitting at the house. And
perfect. I can hang my
he's
foot
like,
off
"Hey
the
man,
edge."
let's watch this movie. It's like one of my mom's favorite movies. It's this comedy. It's really funny. You'll like it." Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, right? We watched like the first fucking 20 minutes of it, and I wasn't laughing. I didn't get it. It just like it was adult humor. It just was about stuff I just didn't understand, and like he was trying to pretend like he was laughing, but he didn't really understand it either. And then he says, "I think I know what the problem is. My mom says that this movie is only funny when you're high. We should smoke some of her marijuana." And I'm like, I don't know how to smoke that. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, long story short, we didn't know how to roll or fucking, we didn't know anything about pipes or we didn't know how to fucking smoke it. The only thing we knew is like cigarettes and that they rolled joints. We didn't know how to do that though. So what we did is we took his mom's chunk tube cigarette machine and we grabbed a bunch of her roaches because she had a roach jar. We grabbed a bunch of her roaches and we put them in there and then we put a tube on it and chunked it. And we went out back and smoked.
I remember those things.
We smoked this cigarette full of roaches. We got about halfway through it, started barfing, but then laughed our asses off all day long. It was a hot summer day. Oh. I remember smoking it behind the barn, and then we went back in the house and watched Cheech and Chong, and it was actually funny all of a sudden. I don't know how it changed instantly funny. Maybe anything would have been funny. We were high as a kite for some fucking 10-year-olds. And yeah. So I actually met Cheech and Chong. We both met Cheech and Chong at this event. We got to meet them in person, like privately and stuff, and shake their hands and ask them some questions and talk to them for a few minutes. I smoked a joint. I passed a joint to Tommy Chong. Cheech would not partake because he said his wife was in the car and she'd kill him if he came back high. He was on a break or something. He wasn't smoking weed right now, which was kind of a bummer. But hey, Tommy was good enough. He took a puff off my joint that I passed him, and that's all that matters. Anyway, I
remember wearing a vest, and I'm like, I'm never cleaning this vest, and I can't actually. So yay.
I did tell them though that they corrupted me. I said it was their movie Up in Smoke that was my very first cannabis. My pot smoking experience was to that movie. We watched it and it wasn't funny. And then we went out back and smoked a joint and came back in and it was fucking hilarious. They thought that was kind of funny. And then he apologized for corrupting me at a young age. Yeah. Anyway, that was sort of my fun story about my first pot experience and how it was straight up linked to and full circle with Cheech and Chong. That was kind of trippy. We'd only been together for maybe a year when I won that contest to go meet Cheech and Chong. It's pretty trippy, man.
That was where I found out I don't like wine.
Yeah. Yeah, they had wine and wine jar or wine glasses and wine But some of the wine glasses were full of bouquets of big long joints, like
Oh, I
gram
like
joints.
those. I had a bunch of those.
Yeah, you did.
I'm like, I almost
She
feel
was
bad.
nervous. She was nervous, so she just kept smoking, like
I'm
constantly.
like, I almost feel bad, but there's still so many joints.
I'll be honest. We were in the middle of this big event that had nothing to do with us, and we were brought in because we won this contest thing, and it was awkward. It was just a little awkward because we got shuffled around a bunch and they didn't know who we were at first. And it was just kind of weird, right? It was still fun as hell. I still am very grateful for the experience, but it was a little weird. And getting high made it a lot easier. The fact that we could just chain smoke weed in there was like...
Yay!
Yeah, that made that a lot easier.
Oh, and they had munchies.
Are you a dab ahead of me right now, or was that just that long time you took getting that one ready?
I just took a long time getting it ready.
And that's just this one, isn't it, with CBD powder?
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to join you. If you just hold on 1 second here. Oh, can you pass me my pipe? It's over there. You don't have to wait for me. Just I wanted you to make sure I had the stuff so I could do the same. I want to do the same thing. This is the CBD cheese and sweet and sour combo that I've dubbed now CANNABEARD cheese.
Is that empty?
What? The fuel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm okay then. I just wanted to know, because, like, I think I did just refill you. But you take a lot of fuel sometimes.
But it's what she's done that's piqued my interest is she's dipped it like a fun dip into the CBD powder.
It's adult fun dip.
It is an adult fun dip. Well, it's almost like I almost want to say it's like a med dip.
Yes.
Because it's like CBD powder and it's not like a THC powder. If it was a THC powder, I would be a little more
That would be more of a fun dip.
inclined to say a fun dip just due to the...
But I think for me, I think it's just because I'm, like, poking a stick into the powder. And that's, like, exactly what you did with that candy. I want to get that little spot.
Yeah,
There's this
there was
little
just a
spot.
drop of moisture in there and it was flaring up, so that should stop it.
Maybe I'm going to put 4A4 as a top dress before I flip the flower. How long do I wait before I flip the flower to allow for dry amendments to break down?
Maybe at most a week. You can flip it right away if you want, but if you want to try to time the breakdown of those top dressing amendments to start hitting right when you flip it into flower so they start getting the hormone changes as well as the nutrient changes kind of at the same time, then I would say maybe a week. Because it takes 1 to 2 weeks. That 1 to 2 week window is when your organics generally have started to break down into usable, uptakeable nutrients that your plant can absorb and start to utilize properly from their raw, ground up form. It takes time. It takes watering, it takes microbes, it takes this, that, the other to get to that point, right?
It's supposed to be this close? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're within the window. I don't know how close you are, but you're close enough.
I don't know.
All right, we got the dab right. This bad boy right here allows us to hit the perfect temperature. Too hot, it says right now. That's fine. That gives me a minute to get myself a little dab here. And by little dab, I mean not too little of a dab. And then we take the CBD isolate right here. Give it a little fun dip like that. Woo! Oh, shoulders. I have to lift my arms up high enough that I don't accidentally burn myself on this shit below me. And that's not good on my shoulders. I've got fucked up shoulders. So that's not always fucking good for me.
Start using your bands again.
The dab bee. Yeah, now that I know where they are.
I hung them up.
Yeah, I saw them. They've been missing out of my vision for a while. There we go.
They're in the basket at your
630. I'm hitting it at 630 Fahrenheit.
I missed the CBD in that dab. I kind of forgot you don't wait until that thing clicks. You wait a little before.
I should have hit it about 650 or 675 to be honest, but
That's what I just did. Hi, Dr. Fogg. I'm gonna try that again. Because I wanted that sweet cherry flavor, and I didn't get it. You're gonna live.
This is a big dip.
I guess the great thing about that,
Oh,
though, is, it was an easy clean from a bowl.
Wet trim or dry trim? It depends on a couple of factors. Number one,
How much do we have?
how much you have to deal with. Yes, number one, how much you're working with. If you're working with pounds and pounds and pounds, do you have 2 weeks? Do you have a week that you can dedicate to fucking spending all night doing that? Oi.
I should get CBD isolate. Maybe it will leave me out. What?
Level.
Level me out.
That's what I
can.
think. That's what I like about it. That's what it does to me. It's everybody is affected by their shit differently all the time, which is why they test medications on people. Even though they worked well on others, it doesn't mean they're going to work well on you. Everybody's different. But anyway, back to the dry trim, wet trim topic for a quick second. Both have their pluses and their negatives. For me, I have to go dry trim all the time. I will occasionally hand trim a couple of buds if
I was on it, I could have wet trimmed my buds, but I did not. I think I dry trimmed them still because it was.
no, actually, we wet trimmed yours.
Really? It was dry.
No.
There were some that I could go. And it just came off.
You took them off the stalk. You didn't trim the buds, though. Really, you might have trimmed them a little bit, like anything that had a long leaf. You might have snipped it,
usually
but you were just de-stalking the bud, which is a sort of what they would call, I guess, a dry trim, because we're hanging it on we hung it with still leaf, I guess, and
that's what I mean. Like there was still leaf, and I could pluck some of those long leaves.
I use a big trim bag thing. It saves me a fucking shit-ass ton of time and effort. I have fucked up arms, and my hands cramp very quickly. I can't do scissoring for too long, or my hands really start to hurt. And it's just too much effort. I grow too much to bother with that. I process most of my shit the same way anyway, so when I take the trim and the fucking bud, I usually kind of mix it back together to blast it anyway. As long as the trim is good, it's not like fucking garbage yellow leaves. But here's the thing. When I trim my stuff, there is no sun leaves anymore. I've already trimmed all of the sun leaves off. So when I'm trimming, it is literally only, like the trim bag just takes off, the sugar leaf protectors around the buds and just rounds the buds off if you want that look. But again, I blast most of my shit, so I don't even trim bag most of my shit unless I need to do it for a video or I want to. But generally speaking, I do sort of a very soft wet trim of all the big leaves, just the big sun leaves, all yeet off so I can hang the rest of the full plants. Full arms at the very least. Maybe not a full plant. I bust them into arms. But I'll dry that entire arm for about 10 days, which is almost a little long. But that's the point where I can use the trim bag to clean them up really perfectly if I want, or I can just slap them straight into fucking Grove bags or jars at that point.
I kinda missed my CBD cherry window, and that's what I wanted.
Oh. Get it a little hotter then.
That's what I mean. I got it when it went doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, which means it was below that.
Well, you're also holding it.
I know!
And it's going like this, so your fucking levels are way off.
I know.
But that's
if
got a
we
tall...
found, like, a stool for this...
Sorry. There's a tall...
Yeah.
Your bowl is just a little tall, and this thing needs a little foot. It needs a little assistance here, so we need something that's that...
I remember I found something,
tall.
but what was it? And I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect!
Well...
What was it?
This
It was
isn't
on your desk.
perfect,
Well,
but this will work for today. But this is not perfect, like long term.
Nope.
This is
But that's something to think about, is because I do like to use this rig, and it does actually help for this to use that. I dry trim too. They usually just crumble off. That's what I mean. Like, I would pick at some and then be like, I'm like, oh.
I mean, if it's only me smoking it, I don't give a fucking shit about bag appeal. They sit in the bag, and they honestly, like, just being squished in the bag a little bit together, kind of rubbing on each other. Any of those little pointy leaf tips that are sticking out kind of snap off, just rubbing against other buds in the jar or whatever you have it in.
I take the big leaves off. If there's any left, I'll dry trim the rest. I do take the big leaves off, and that's mostly what I was talking about. And then I usually like to take the weird colored ends that are in my buds, and I'm like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, it needs to be that close. Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about a finger thickness away from the.
That gives
I ain't
me
sticking
a
my
good
finger
idea.
in there, but that gives you a ballpark
Usually, if
of
you
where
get
you're
a
supposed
hay
to do
smell, it's dried too fast. I dry trim. They usually wet trim make it smell like hay. Oh, okay. That's
to dry slower. Have a slightly, I don't want to say a higher humidity, but like at least a 50 humidity, and colder temperatures. Okay, you're probably good now. Yeah, colder temperatures will slow down your dry process, and from what I understand, the slower you can dry them, the better. Because like he says, from too fast of a dry, you get this hay smell. We all know, we all got uncles that grow weed, and they just throw it fucking in a big fucking brown paper bag beside their fireplace until it's dry, and oh my god, their weed tastes like shit. You know it. It's bone-ass dry. You can just grab it and go, it just crumbles to dust in a paper. You know the stuff.
I only met them like once, so I don't remember their name. But I remember he liked the other stuff.
Names are probably not a good
think
thing
it's
on here
trim.
anyway.
I think it was trim that he liked or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, so we're both up another dab. Actually, you missed one of your dabs, Bun.
Ooh.
You are one dab ahead.
You should try this in a rig because you could actually get like a funky smell taste through the
I'm
nose.
not dabbing anything for a rig. I'm struggling to breathe at the moment.
Okay.
That last dab rig.
Well, next time you can, I guess.
The dab rig stuff, like,
It's heavier.
it's a bit of a bigger punch for sure. That's one of the things I really, really like about dab blasters, man. Not trying to brand them up or anything, but like you can take a smaller hoot with one of these things if you want. You can really control your comfort zone for how big or little of a dab you take.
We got someone into extracts not with the dab blaster. They like their own. But you gave them one little poke, and they were like, "Ooh, can I go for another?" No. Nope. And he was pretty
That was
high.
my uncle.
There he was.
I know what you're talking about. I remember that.
And he was pretty high, and he's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, my uncle was trying to. He was using like a dab blaster tool. It wasn't one of these, but it was something similar. And he hit it once, and he had a little puff, and he tried to go back for like a couple more hits. And I was like, no. It was like his first dab ever, and I'm like, no, just take one.
One.
And then he was like, whoa.
Cannabis is dry as hell. Might try to rehydrate it.
I dry at 60. Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. A minimum of, I wasn't being very clear, but a minimum of 50 relative humidity, meaning you don't want a dry environment. You don't want a wet environment either. But yeah, between probably about 55 and 60 is probably the butter zone for temperature, or sorry, humidity. And like, honestly, like mid 60s, if you can get that mid 60s for temperature, that'd be fucking ideal as well, man.
see Mendo
It's
Dope
Beard's
Brothers.
fault I dab. LOL, was all flower. I think dabs are cleaner. I truly, truly believe in my head, and, you know, for other reasons, that dabs are just a cleaner way to go. You're consuming far less material. I'm not smoking, and I'm not getting carcinogens from smoking plant matter. I think it's just a cleaner way to go. It tastes better, too. It's kind of fun. And it just fucking destroys you. Holy shit.
Mendo Dope Brothers have several freak shows on their farm this season.
Yeah, they're a fucking weird ass plant. I like that plant. I've got a couple more seeds of it still. I gave half of what I had left to Bill Ward. Bill Ward is growing one of the freak shows that I gave him, so go check him out there if you don't know what I'm talking about. He's another fellow Canadian grower with a little bit of a beard now and then. Cool guy, good grower, good YouTuber. Anyway, he's growing some of those freak shows that I gave him, and I kept half of what I had left. So I've got a couple seeds. I think I got 3 seeds left, and I'm like 90% positive that I'm going to breed them on themselves so that I can get some seeds. I think I'm gonna
have one normal seed.
A what?
Are you gonna plant all 3 at once?
Yeah, I'll probably plant all 3 at once, and I'll probably just pick one of them and separate it and hermy one arm and then self-pollinate so that I get a feminized batch of those seeds. Because I want more of them. They're fucking very cool. Very cool.
They taste interesting.
I like the taste of them. I do. It's actually gotten a little bit better as some of the terpenes have kind of like off-gassed a little bit, and it's just kind of chilled out a little bit now that it's like a few weeks old. Like I've had this, like this is something I don't know about, but you can mature just like anything. You can age dabs. You can put them in fridges and age them. There's ways to sweat them. There's some pretty cool things that you can do to dabs that you can age them a little bit, and they will kind of change a little bit. And I personally don't know fuck all about that shit, and I should probably get into it a little bit. Seems like a good thing to do. Maybe I'll get myself a little tiny mini humidifier or a humidor, pardon me, something like that.
Little wave in it.
You see a big dab out of that, did you?
Yes. It was good. I feel nice and big.
Fogg's Duckfoot only has a few weeks left on it. Nice. I gave Fogg some of the Duckfoot that I was growing at the same time. I was doing a full freak show tent. It was Duckfoot and 2 different kinds of freaks. And one of the kinds of freaks went full Hermy on me. And I was suspicious of one of the 2 of these other ones. Pretty sure that one of them went Hermy too. So I kept the one that was not Hermy. The one that looked female for sure. Weird strain, but oh my goodness. It's also very hard to tell apparently when they do go Hermy, because even the female flowers look so fucking weird. You're like, what the hell's going on? This has got to be a male. And you think you want to kill it, but it's just a weird looking female. They all look weird.
Yes.
It's fucking weird. Anyone remember the 666 drying rule? 60 relative humidity, 60 degrees for 6 to 12 days. No, but that sounds about right for like getting the best dry, because I know that slower is supposed to be better. It gives time for everything to happen. You don't like you said, you don't get that that hay thing. I feel like most people are going to get that hay like feel or smell if their drying space is above like 70 something. I think that's where a lot of that hay comes from, is like your drying space being too warm, and thus, you know, and a combination, I guess, of the humidity being too low, but the high temperatures should dictate. Well, I don't know. That's a hard thing to say. In theory, you think that high temperatures dictate lower humidity, but that's not always the case, because a lot of times those high temperatures will sweat everything around it and make them all transpire, whatever, you know what I mean, sweat, and then you get like your tents become really moist sometimes. I find that sometimes in the summer, if you got your heat cranked in there, your fucking moisture, your relative humidity just spikes through the roof. That's why I like those fucking ACINFINITY setups. They do all the work for you. If your humidity spikes, it fucking ventilates. If your heat spikes, it ventilates. You can set it to what you want your parameters to be. That way, you know, if you want to allow it to, you know, your humidity to spike up a bunch in there, it can.
Lights get darker though. I've had light purples go brown with gold.
Cold is actually your friend when you're trying to create color on your plant during late flower. If you can drop the temperature for the last 2 weeks or week or whatever of your cannabis, you will see a whole bunch. You will see a whole bunch of the colors changing and stuff. Like a lot of those really nice purpley colors and stuff that I don't want to say most plants can do that, but a lot are very prone to that, and a little bit of temperature play will bring that out pretty easily, man. I forgot to play the song No Bee. I guess I did.
I don't know. Well, you kind of used the bee.
Today? No, I don't. Well, I guess I used the real bee. Dab time, motherfucking dab time. There you go.
Mini.
Ice flush. Yeah, I believe in ice. I don't do it all the time because I don't have very many ice cubes. I don't have like ice cube trays in my house. I don't really use ice cubes very often. I have some in the cupboard for when I need it, but I don't really use them on the regular. But I do believe in the spooking the plant with a bit of ice water or very cold water and ice cubes around the base and stuff as a synthetic frost, if you will. It starts to think like it shocks the plant into like, oh shit, winter's here kind of thing. It doesn't work so well if you've got your light cranked to 100 and it's fucking, 82 in your fucking grow tent. That's not going to work quite as well. You might want to turn your temperatures down and stuff to get that to work properly. But I believe in it. It's a simulated frost.
How long do you think mine's going to take till it's like all cured?
I can turn yours into, if you want BHO, I can make BHO today of yours. It's good to go for BHO. But if you want,
but like a little bit for squish.
Well, then we can make most of it and save a couple of nice choice buds and let them continue to ripen, and then I can make BHO in the meantime. The BHO is ready to go anytime now. Now that it's dry and it's got like a week or so in it, cure, it's good to go.
Okay.
Whereas rosin, you want to kind of cure that full term, or it'll still have a weird, funky green taste, and I know that's what you don't. The green taste gets filtered out when we're making BHO, but it does not get filtered out when you're making rosin. It actually gets squished right in there. So if
that was the only thing I was like, good. What is that? Oh, it's an aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's like good. And, oh, what's that?
Yep, there's a little green aftertaste, something a little on the green side.
My calf still hurts.
Well, I'll say this: I haven't heard any squawking kitties.
Can't hear much down here though.
Yeah, I can hear that when they squawk like that. I can hear that. There's certain sounds. If you're not bumping a movie up there, I can hear upstairs I can hear some of, like, I can hear Canna running around and stuff sometimes. It's quiet up there right now. They must be sleeping. That's my guess. How do you purge your BHO? I off-gas it until it's very low in... I off-gas it in a bowl, a Pyrex dish. There we go. Pyrex bowl on a heat mat on like 140 Fahrenheit or something like that, so that it keeps... It stays lower because the butane's cold. But I off-gas it like that until it's at least down to half of what it was, and then I put it into a parchment origami box thing I make with a couple staples at the top to pin it, and I continue to off-gas it until it's like boogers in the bottom, and then we stick it into a vacuum chamber, and I pull it a full vacuum on it with about 130 Fahrenheit for a couple hours. And then I take it out and I flip it all and I mash it all back into a little puck thing, and I put it back onto a new piece of parchment, and I melt it all at about 160 until it liquefies again, and I quickly put it back into the fucking chamber again at about, probably a little bit lower this time, probably about 120 this time, and I will pull a full vacuum on it and leave it for hours and hours and hours. I'll leave that under a full vacuum for anywhere from 6 to 12 plus hours. It depends on the material. Some materials purge off quickly. Also, it also depends on how much you're using material-wise. If you're doing a giant batch, you're going to take a lot longer to off-gas it than you would with a little tiny-ass batch. That's the quick rundown. Get vacuum chambers and be careful. That shit's dangerous. And you need a vacuum chamber. You really do. You can't really off... There's some pretty ugly methods that you can use to off-gas BHO without a vacuum chamber, but it's not perfect, and I just say vacuum chamber or don't do it. That's my suggestion.
I don't like hot peppers.
Cheers. No fair. I'm like choking back a laugh because you actually kind of like... It was like this. It was like, doink. And I like waited for a second. And I was like, doink, doink, doink. And I'm like, God damn it. She like got, I don't know, you were watching like, or something. Like, that was timed very well. I think you missed one dab touch, but other than that, it was bang on.
There.
Boom. Yay, I tied it. It won't last. She's got that look in her eyes. She's like, well, I want a dab now, so it's not going to last.
I was already going to dab, and I'm like, oh, you're dabbing.
Carolina Peeper. The hot pepper of the world. Yeah, man, I got a Carolina Reaper right now. I do. I've got some Carolina Reapers germinated. I've got...
I don't like them.
I don't even know what I have this year. I have more mild or like medium peppers, like a whole bunch of habaneros.
Apparently habaneros can still be poop, though.
I liked the ones I got so far, I think. I don't know. Again, I don't know a whole lot of difference, but they grow well. I've got two types. I got one that I stole from the store and one that I ordered from somewhere. I don't remember. I ordered a lot of seeds. But the Reaper pepper I have is Smokin' Ed Curry's Carolina Reaper. It's one of those. I actually did a giveaway on my show a long time ago. I got 2 packs for some reason when I made my order, so I gave a pack away. Maybe I ordered 2. Oh, I know what it was. I ordered organic and just regular, and I just said fuck it and gave one of the packs away because I had too many. Hey, speaking of which, I'm going to tell you guys, because you guys are the core cool group. You guys are the people that hang out here with me all week long. And you guys are the cool kids. So shh, don't tell everybody yet. Just keep this under your hat for now. But, can you unclip that thing? See how there's like a little pinch on the back thing? Yep. Since they sold out in 2 fucking minutes, And they happen to have just sent me a replacement for a slightly, not even, I won't even want to say a noisy one. One was making a slight squeak, a very slight squeak. I was asked for feedback, and that was the only feedback. And they said, oh, we'll send you a brand new one. So I got this brand new one, and they sold out so fast. I feel so bad. I can't help many of you, but I can help one of you. I'm going to put this back in its box. I hope I still have some of the foam. I have the cardboard still. I hope I still have some of the foam around here. I might have thrown it out. I don't know. I'll have to look for it. If not, I'll fucking repackage it. But I'm going to give this one away to one of my viewers. I'm going to do a video soon talking about this, and I'm going to give this one away. It's brand new. Never used it. I got the packaging for it right here. Here's all the frickin' stuff, and I got the box. We're going to give this one away to one of the viewers on the show because I know everybody's freaking out. Not everybody got these things. They limited them to 2 per customer, and they sold thousands and thousands of units in minutes. They were slightly prepared. They knew it was going to be a hot seller, and they still sold out in like 2 or 3 minutes. There was so many people that are pissed. And if I can make one of you happy, that's all I can do. By the way, this is a good time to offer up. I have a discount code for this company. If you buy any of their growing products, anything from tents to lights to fans to ventilation to ventilation, growing stuff, use my name, CANNABEARD. My brand name, CANNABEARD, all one word, will save you like a good chunk, trust me. More than the taxes. How about that? And we'll do a video real soon, and I'll give this thing away. So, shh. Be on the lookout for that. What?
Why are they sitting there?
Why is that sitting there? Because I put it there when I was jarring up and cleaning everything, and then when I was all done, I looked over and saw it there and was like, fuck. And I just haven't dealt with it yet. She's talking about this. I put an arm. It was for the photo shoot. There was a photo shoot I did, and I just took whatever. I took some fucking pictures of the weed, of the different phenos, and this one got put on, this was put on something just temporarily, like on my light. It's hanging off one of my light fixtures over here, and,
It is a hairy pair of legs.
yeah, it's just sitting there. Whoops.
Vacuum chambers don't cost much. I think I'm going to buy one.
Now, okay, to be clear, I feel overwhelmed with support from like ACINFINITY, right? Like they just sent me another one. They sent me 2 to start with as test units, and they sent me 2 to give away. They sent me a box of 4 fans back in like December. Part of the giveaway is we gave away some of the tester fans. So I gave away 2 fans back at the 12 days of Dabmas, if you remember that craziness. I gave away 2 of those ACINFINITY fans. And then I had 2 of them, and only one of them was making that weird little squeak thing. And it's honestly minor. I hummed and hawed if I was even going to tell them about it. But they wanted feedback, so I told them that was the only feedback I had. One of them squeaked. And they immediately sent me another one. They didn't even ask. They just sent me a fucking another one. And I've got a new project coming up in a couple of months here. I've got the kit already. I wish I could do it right now, but I don't have the room. I got to wait and bide my time a little bit longer and finish a grow before we can set up a new one. But I've got a brand new ACINFINITY complete grow kit. One of those grow kits that they sell on their website, which, by the way, my code doesn't work on because the deal's so good. That's the fucking problem. They make it too good that they're like, everybody's discount doesn't work on these because it's already too cheap. Anyway, they sent me one of those kits, and it has one of those new fans in it. And that's going to be part of my new setup, so I've kind of got enough fans for my current projects and future projects. So I got a spare one. I could use it. Don't get me wrong. I'd find a spot for it. You better believe it. They're fucking cool. But I feel bad that so many people couldn't get them, and I had and I have a plethora of them. So to alleviate my guilt, I'm going to give one away. And I'll feel better about it because it'll make somebody's day, and that makes me feel good. Oh no, the fucking coffee's done. That sucks. I had a monkey fan. Don't buy their oscillating fans. Just a straight-on monkey fan that clips on, those are okay. Their oscillating fans are garbage. They're the same problem that the VivoSun fans were having. They work for a couple of months, and then they start grinding and ticking, and something breaks loose, and it's not good, man. Don't use any oscillate. I'll tell you right now, don't use any mini oscillating fan on the market right now except that ACINFINITY one. And the reason I'm saying this is because, to my knowledge, all of the other ones are using the same technology that was failing. They were all like, oh, this is the new way, and they all copied it, and then it started failing, and now all of them were failing across the board. They took 3 years developing this fan, and they took the last almost entire year beta testing the first wave of these things and did a little couple tweaks and are now sending out the tweaked, tested, and much better versions. Whereas the other companies didn't do that, man. There was no beta testing. Anyway, enough sucking on ACINFINITY's fans for a second. Let's have a dab. I can catch up to Bunny while she's staring at her phone. What are you looking at? Oh, I see boobs.
I know, but I don't get what the hell this is.
Oh, it's a meme.
I
Okay.
know, but I don't get it. I don't get it.
Don't try to understand memes that you don't get. They'll hurt your brain. Just
I
move
was
on.
just like, I don't
You see a
really
meme
care.
and you're just like, what? Like, just move on. Don't try to decode that dumb shit. It's fucking weird. It'll hurt your brain. Cheers. I heard that those monkey fans were cool, and I bought a whole bunch of monkey fans. I bought 4 monkey fans, and I put them all up in my tent, and I was all happy. I loved them. They were all oscillating, wicked around. Yeah, cool. And then all of a sudden, one of them froze. One of them just stopped working completely. Like the fan wouldn't even fucking turn, man. Ugh. I'm honestly a little bit sick of the Dab B song. I need to ease it up a little bit. I fucking hear it every fucking 10 seconds when I'm on Twitch. And I'm starting to get a little bit... I don't have it on this thing here. Wait a minute. Hold on. There. There's no song, though. Oh, my God. Those are so cute. What the heck? They look like... I don't know. Look at these weird little sheeps. They look trippy. Look like stormtrooper sheeps. Oh, no.
No, you
There we
girl.
go. I muted it. They're stormtrooper sheeps. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Pew pew pew.
No.
That's totally what they look like.
Not to me.
They're like panda ones, or like they're like stormtroopers, man. They got all white with the little
I don't
black
have
in the
that
joints
brain.
and stuff.
They're
Stormtroopers.
just adorable.
Come on, they look like stormtroopers to me.
Okay.
I got Star Wars on the brain.
I know. I said I don't have that brain.
Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I just dab and catch up to Bun? Did that just happen and I forgot to hit it? Are we tied for 7? Is that thing? What the? No, that's a cat's face on a hippo bun.
I know, but it looks so weird.
I was like, that is a fat cat. The Discord discussion is how many nuggets, Big Macs, or cheeseburgers can we eat in an hour? Of all 3 of those, or are we looking for how many nuggets can I eat in an hour? How many straight up Big Macs can I eat in an hour? Or how many cheeseburgers? Or are you talking about like a buffet of the 3 of them and how many can I get through? And I'm feeling sick just talking about this.
I don't eat a lot of fast food.
Although I tell you, I can get through a lot of nuggets. I could probably get through, honestly, before I started feeling gross.
I see seen two chicks try to finish 100 nuggets and
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I was just thinking 220 packs, 40 nuggets. I think would probably be my limit. I can eat a whole pack, no problem. I'm a certified fat kid, man. Whole pack, 20 pack to myself, no problem. I'd say about 40 or 50 would probably be my like grossed out limit. I'd feel really bad and like maybe sick at that point. Big Macs, not very many because they're super rich. I like them, but like we're talking 3, and I'd be like
Maybe
grossed
nuggets.
out, super grossed out at like in the third one. I think I'd be super grossed out, and I know for a fact that I can eat like about 15 cheeseburgers because. You guys must remember that if anybody's Canadian here, and I'm sure they did a similar thing in the States, but for a while in Canada, you could buy cheeseburgers or hamburgers or McChickens for 59 cents a piece. Anybody remember this shit? They were so cheap. 59 cents a cheeseburger. We'd go in and order like 30 of them. And 2 large fries. And we'd come home and just gorge on fucking cheeseburgers, man. I lived off that shit for a little while. There was a sad time in my life where the cheeseburgers, the 59-cent cheeseburgers fucking made my life viable. Is this you?
Mm-hmm.
That's one I'll sip. Oh, my arm is sore. And that's about where I sit on that weird list that the Discord is having right now. It's an odd but truly stoner conversation to have. But that's about where I sit. See, I live in a small town. I don't have any of that shit. There's no McDonald's. There's no Taco Bells for like 500 miles. Which sucks. I love Taco Bell. And they're nowhere near us. I've never had White Castle in my life. We've got one local pizza joint, 7-Eleven, a Tim Hortons, and a Dairy Queen. Not a whole lot of fucking options, man. 7-Eleven is considered fast food around this part. That's how fucking limited our options are. But it's okay. It's kind of a good thing. I want this one. The Shorty. Holy crap. Don't look now. But, CANNABEARD just took the lead. Check that shit out. Shh, don't tell anybody. She's totally stuck on her phone now. We've got her in a phone hook. She's like, whoosh. What are you looking at? Oh, yeah. This band she really is into lately. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys about this band for a quick hot second here. I can't show you any because it's YouTube and I'll get fucking copyright strucken immediately for showing you more than 3 seconds of any fucking song. But check out this band. Do not judge them by their name. The same reason you can't judge the Butthole Surfers. Fucking amazing band. Terrible name. Look up Snotty Nose Rez Kids. Like R-E-Z. R-E-Z or R-E-S? It's R-E-Z, isn't it?
Zed.
Yeah. Snotty Nose Rez Kids. It's like Canadian indigenous hip hop, and it's fucking good. It is like really good. Like seriously, check it out. If you like hip hop at all, man, if you're into rap and stuff, man, take a look. It kind of shocked me. Pretty fucking awesome, honestly. There's not many examples of really high quality like native hip hop shit out there. And this is definitely a good example. These guys are making waves right now. They just did a big ass tour. We wanted to go see them, but we live in the fucking mountains. There's nowhere near us. We would have had to drive for fucking 8 hours out of the snowy mountains to get to go see them somewhere, so we didn't do it. But yeah. Have a dab, catch up or something. Because I'm going to fucking pull ahead here again, quick. So you better have a dab and at least catch up.
I'm tired.
That's fine. We can wrap it up here. We're pretty close to... We're actually past our hour. My coffee's gone. We're just kind of... No wonder you're fading. We're past the hour. Her internal clock is aware that we should have been done already. No, should have been done, but you know what I'm saying. We usually do about an hour. It's about an hour now.
There's cream soda upstairs.
There is
I'm gonna
cold
make
cream
my way
soda.
upstairs now.
Cold cream soda. Anyway. Cheers, everybody. Have a good one.
Oh, I've heard of Winnipeg's most, but like I lost track of them.
Oh, Obi-Wan. I'm gonna wait and where's my pirate hat? I don't know where my pirate hat is. Well, I'm gonna board that fucking Obi-Wan stream after it's a couple episodes deep. I will board it and take that booty for myself. In other words, I'm not fucking paying for Disney Plus. How about that? Aye. Yep. Snotty Nose Res Kids. Thumbs up, man. Very good shit. They've got a couple of misses. Look deep. Some of the really big, popular videos will be the better ones, but...
I just tend to be a person that likes usually a bit of most.
Good.
I've rarely liked all of any songs.
Bam. And...
Oh, I've already had that technical down. I'm on the other one now.
God damn it. I want to win today. Fuck off. Stop it. Go upstairs and have your cream soda. So she just ties it again. Wait a minute. Where's a good... It's not quite the fucking right one, but... She ties it. Let's see. Can CANNABEARD do it? Can he hit 10 dabs today and then get Bunny out of here before she has another one?
Oh,
I don't know. Oh, she'll try. She could easily just continue, and I will tap out before her, almost guaranteed. I got way more years of smoking in her.
Yes.
Oh, I know Cottonmouth Kings. I only like a couple of their songs. I dig them. I dig them. I'd go see them live or something for sure. They'd be a lot of fun. But I only really like a couple of their songs.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get up there. And I'm more curious about what's going on up there.
Yeah, let's go find out. I heard some rumbling. Did you see what I mean, though? You did hear that, right? No? Okay. I heard the fucking... Somebody running across the fucking stairs upstairs. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I did it. I did it, everybody. Rare occurrence. Yeah. I beat her today. Fair and square. I mean, I sort of had to ask for a dip out, but but I'm taking the win. I never get these. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Sorry I didn't play on... I'm sure you guys are all missing it. I didn't play on Twitch yesterday. I had family event, and then I got home and I was just pooped and I didn't want to play it. So I didn't play if I got on Twitch yesterday. Sorry. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. I have that thing. But I'll do it again soon. You don't you worry. You know I will. And if you don't want to watch me on Twitch, I will be back here on YouTube on Tuesday for... some Grow Garage updates. Yeah. So I'll see you one way or the other, sooner or later. Peace.